Well, technology wasn't advanced previously to do this. We did tests years ago, and it just looked phony. And Ang did God's work. He created a young Will Smith, which is phenomenal. It's 120 frames a second, 4K 3D. It's normally 24 frames, which has a lot of motion blur and grain. This is none of it. The actors are in the theater with you. It's immersive. You're right there with them. Well, first of all, we had to have an actor who had a long career, that you remember him when he was 23 years old. And Will is, there are very few actors who've lasted as long as Will has and are still very popular. So we did that, and then we had to find parts of films that Will had done when he was younger. So we took a scene from Bad Boys with Will and Martin in the car, and we had Martin doing his lines, and then one of the shots of Will was a digital Will, and then we went back to the real Will. I couldn't tell the difference. And then I knew we had it. Then I knew we were there. And that seems really interesting to watch. Well, it's very hard for Will because he had to act two parts. He had to play the junior and then the older Will. So not only was he doing the action sequences as himself, but then he had to do his younger self too. So it was very trying on him. It was very hard, but he has a great attitude. He's always uplifting. We'd shoot all day in Cartagena, and there'd be thousands of people waiting out there to see him, and he'd sign every autograph, do every selfie. He'd get home really late at night and be up early in the morning. He's a very giving actor. Well, he did a lot of work with Will. They looked at all of his early work and said, don't do this, do this. So it was a really educational process for Will to try to become the young junior, because you think totally different when you're older than when you're younger. His voice changed, the way he moved his body changed, so he had to study all of that, and Ang made him do it. A great ride. It's fun, it's exciting, it's a thriller, it's a whole new technology, something you have to see in a theater.